Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ashley and today I have a very long, very large Walt Disney World haul. This is a haul from 2 back-to-back trips which have all been now officially posted on the channel, so go back and watch those if you haven't yet. But without further ado, since this is a big one, let's get into the haul. Alright, so starting with the first trip, the first thing that I've got is this print from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. My friends and I went to that and I saw it in the sleeve, but I'll take it out for this. It is a really nice sized print. It does have like a little iridescent kind of shimmer right there, but it's, I guess, maybe 8 by 10, and it's for the 50th, but it does have like the Halloween projections on the castle, as well as the Mickey pumpkins and the Cinderella's carriage pumpkins, and it's really, really pretty. I love that they've started giving these out for special events because I just think this is like so unique. From the same night, I've got this reusable bag. It is what they gave everyone that had went to the party for trick-or-treating in the park. And on this one side, it does say, has like the emblem, and it says, "Let's boo this." And it's got Mickey as a vampire, and then the other side has the 50th emblem, and I believe it says the most magical celebration. Yeah, the world's most magical celebration around it. But it's just like that reusable grocery bag type material. So it would just be like a good bag to store kind of like some random things in, or take on a trip if you needed it for anything. Yeah, we got that while we're trick-or-treating. This next item I did order when I got home from this trip off of like eBay or Mercari or something, because they were sold out by the time we went to the party. We went to the party just a few days before Halloween, so they were sold out of this item, but this was one of the ornaments for the party. They had 2. This was kind of the more like simplistic one, and it was much cheaper as well, but it does have, it has the Headless Horseman right here, which is cool, but it has Mickey and Minnie in their costumes, and then it has like the party logo at the bottom, and it does say 2022 right here. So I did really love this, and it's just a flat, one-dimensional ornament. The last thing other than pins that I picked up on this trip is this photo album. I do collect, or I don't really collect, but I do buy photo albums from Disney from the year that I went, and then I fill them with all the pictures from the trip, which is just, I love a tangible photo album from trips especially. So I do have kind of a thing where I've gotten one of these or started one of these from every trip I've been on. So of course I cannot stop now. But I got this one for this trip. It's white. It does have all the like 50th colors on it. I love all the emblems for Walt Disney World that it has on there, and it has the big 50th in the middle, and it has like iridescent pieces, but it has like the golds and blues and purples that are the 50th colors, which I absolutely love. On the spine, it has the Walt Disney World writing, and then it has the 50th castle, and on the back it has Mickey, and we just take a moment for Mickey in his 50th outfit. That was probably one of the most memorable things about this trip, was meeting Mickey in his 50th outfit, which was unplanned, but I had on this like blue iridescent dress and matched him perfectly, and I had the best character interaction I think I've ever had, or that I can at least remember, with Mickey in Town Square Theater while we matched in our 50th colors, and it was just so spectacular. So outside of pins, that's it for the first trip. I really didn't purchase much of anything on the first trip just because we were very busy with all the kids and keeping up with the kids, that I feel like we didn't really go in shops very often, and so I didn't really buy that much from the first trip, so I definitely made up for it in the second one. But I do have a bag full of pins, and I'm going to save those for last because they are not sorted out by trip, and I know some people just aren't into pins, so I'm going to save those till the end. So let's start with stuff for trip number 2. Alright, first thing from trip number 2 is of course an autograph book. This is something that I have done since I was very little. Very few of my trips do not involve an autograph book. I will never be ashamed to get a character's autograph and get pictures of the character, but I think this is such a fun way to track who you met and to see their autographs and how the different characters' autographs look, and I just think it's so fun. So I got, of course, the 50th one. You'll definitely notice with the stuff that has been acquired from my second trip, the theme was 50th. This was kind of like my only time period I was there technically for the 50th. I did go to a day in Magic Kingdom while the 50th celebration was going on last year, but it was just a day and we were there for an after hours party, so we really didn't shop, and like they didn't also have out much 50th merch because it was mainly Christmas merch. So I stocked up and I got everything 50th that I could. So this one is of course the 50th. It has them all in their outfits, and then got the matching pen to go with it. It has like an iridescent Mickey head and it has the matching designs. I'm not really sure how well you can see it, but got those. Next thing I got is a resort mug. Growing up, these were like a staple for our Disney trips because we always sit on property. And honestly, you do totally get your bang for your buck with these things because it is now unlimited refills for the duration of your stay. It's such a great deal. Now they do only work at the resorts, but it still is such a great deal because as long as you don't mind taking this with you into the park, I would fill it up in the morning on our way out to the bus stop. And then I would have this from the time I filled it up, like all on the bus, and then kind of like walking into the park. I would try to finish it by the time I was walking into the park. But anyways, and then I would have it to refill on our way back. Once we got off the bus, on our way to our room, and then I'd have it in the room. And I think there was maybe like 2 or 3 times when we would be in the like in the lobby or in the gift shop or in the cafeteria or something where I would actually fill it up twice because I drank it all. But I filled this thing up over the course of our stay at least 15 times, if not like a few times more. And this was $20. So I was paying not even $2 per drink, and any bottled or fountain drink that you get on property is almost $5. So this is so much cheaper. Like I said, you really just need to take it with you because unless you're staying in a room that is like right off the cafeteria or like the food court, I would say, like, for me personally, because we were towards the back of our resort, by the time I had gotten back there and gotten my cup, there was no way I was gonna walk back to the front and then walk back to the room. I mean, it may sound lazy, but you walk like, we were walking like 7 to 10 miles a day. So I was not about to do that. So unless you have it with you, you probably won't use it as much. So just have a bag you can throw this in or something you can do with it so that you can take it with you. But this is totally worth it. And they had 2 prints for the 50th. So I got these, like, one of them is more like, this is yellow and this is yellow and the Mickey head is blue. And then there's this version. I just liked this one because it had the big Mickey on it. But it's got like resorts and icons and some characters kind of like scattered throughout. They're very similar. And then I do really like, used to, it was like the little slider that closed the lid. Now it's got this Mickey, or at least this one does. And then you turn it up and it's got the spout. So you could close it and snap it shut. And then you have a little bit more of a secure cup. Next thing is kind of along those lines, but it is the popcorn bucket for the 50th. I am not a popcorn person, but my mom and my grandma are big time, and I asked them if they would get the one that had the bucket, and I would buy the bucket part just to keep the bucket, because we do have a little bit of a popcorn bucket collection going on. It's not the best because they take up room, but we do have 2 popcorn buckets from the parks, and they are starting to accumulate as a collection, but it's kind of the same design as the mug. We have the different characters, different little icons. There's the 50th logo, and it's definitely just like the 50th colors, and just very, very cute. All right, next piece of merch that may be the only non-50th related is this pack of magnets. And this is so random, but I just saw this pack and thought it was so cute. It's definitely like that vintage retro for sure with the colors. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, and a castle logo. And it just has them in like these bold colors, and in a way I'm kind of like, have I ruined the aesthetic of my home, because my home is very like neutral, light, airy, white with, you know, cozy tones, and then I'm about to pop these on my fridge. But they were just so cute. It was very hard to turn it down. Honestly, this just hit me, but I might put these on our fridge in our bonus room because it's a red fridge, so that may be really cute. But I just thought that these were so, so cute. I feel like you could never have too many magnets. All right, next item is something that I have seen for quite a while. I never thought I'd invest in this because it is so outrageously overpriced, but it was kind of one of those like once in a lifetime purchases, and that is the Starbucks 50th edition tumbler. So I'm an avid coffee drinker, iced coffee specifically, and I love Starbucks. Call me what you will, I do feed into corporate America because Starbucks just gets it right every time. Like, I love my Starbucks drinks. But this one is huge. It has the Starbucks logo on the front, and then the back has the, it's kind of hard to see from the light, let's see if that can help, but it has the 50th logo on it, and then it has this like shimmery iridescent look. You can obviously tell like the blues and purples are changing as it catches light. It's just a really nice cup, and I know I'll use it because I love cups. Next item is an ornament, and that is the 50th one that I picked out. It has this very detailed model of Cinderella's castle with the makeover that they did for the 50th. I'm trying to find the front. Here's the front. So yeah, here's the front, and it's got like the pink and the blues. And then in this glow part, it does have the iridescent. They did a really great job of like capturing that iridescent like shimmer and everything. And then in gold it says Walt Disney World 50th. So I just thought this was a really pretty way to capture the beauty of the 50th and have it on my Christmas tree every year. Next item is the photo album, and so I've got this for that trip, and I went ahead and did get the other 50th. They did make two 50th designs, which I'm so grateful for since I had two trips like back to back, but this one's a little more subtle. It has in the like rose goldish color Walt Disney World 50th. It's got the 50th castle, and then the back has the partner statue. All right, next thing was kind of a splurge, but I saw this like the whole time I was there with my first trip with my friends, and I kept pointing it out to one of my friends being like, I'm gonna go home with that. I just know it somehow I'm going to go home with that because I just really love it. And so that is this sweater. It is definitely like a tacky sweater, but I feel like this style is kind of coming back. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's vintagey and it's Mickey. Like, who doesn't love Mickey? He's one of my favorites, but it's this yellow sweater, sweatshirt. It says Mickey down the side, and then the sleeve over here says Mickey Mouse. And I don't know if this one has anything. Oh, it has like a little cartoon drawing of him. I think that's it, yeah. Nothing on the back, but it's just very cozy. It's really cute. I feel like this with like some high-waisted mom jeans would just be such a vibe. The last thing is not anything I really purchased, but something that I did make sure I picked up and got home with me. And I picked up two, and that is the Hollywood Studios brochure, or not brochure, but like map from the day we were at Hollywood Studios. And the reason I picked this up is because I do love Sorcerer Mickey. I always have. It's one of my collections, and there's a great picture of Sorcerer Mickey on the front. But we went to Hollywood Studios the 4th day that Fantasmic was back. We literally barely caught it. It is such a blessing we were there when we were, because it was absolutely amazing. I gave like a very brief review of it at the end of my Hollywood Studios vlog, so go watch that if you haven't yet. But it was just everything and more, and so I wanted to grab these just to remember how great that Fantasmic showing was, and that we were able to see it as soon as it came back. All right, now onto the world of pins. So this bag is literally just full of pins with no specific order, so I'm literally just gonna be pulling out, and I may give a brief little description as to where or when or why I got it, but there is no order. So the first one is a pin pack from the Halloween time. This wasn't really specific to Mickey's Not So Scary. I don't think they did a pin, unfortunately, for the party. But we were there at Halloween time, and we did the Halloween party, so I wanted to get this because it is the 100 Acre Wood Gang. I love them, I collect them, and I thought this was just a really cute way to note that we were there at Halloween. This next one I'm gonna take out of the plastic wrap because the sticker, like barcode sticker, is literally right over the middle of the pen. But it is the Epcot Food and Wine pen. On our first trip, we were there for food and wine, so we got to try some of the stuff at the booths. And it says, let's see how the day pans out with a pan, which is really, you know, punny. But looks like this. I do always love like the Epcot Festival logos. This one is very modern, really cute. All right, next one we are pulling out is the Cinderella Designer Series pen. So I had not gotten like the last 3 or so of these, so I did find them on our studios day on my second trip. So I did go ahead and grab those. Next I have this Snow White one, which is so funny. I purchased this just because I'm not a Snow White fan. I don't collect her at all. But the design of this pin was just so cute. I got this at Epcot, and it says at the bottom, make your wishes come true. But like the design they've done her in, as well as just the colors, like they're muted and baby pastel like tones. She has glitter in her dress. I wish they would do a scene from like all the princesses in this, because I just love the soft colors. Next I have this Harmonious pin, because we did watch Harmonious at Epcot. It was great, and I believe the show is ending after this calendar year, or after the 50th, so like at the end of March of next year. So it will be the only time that I see it. So I did want to grab this Epcot Harmonious pen. Next I've got in the Family Cluster series. I don't even know what they're called anymore, but I've gotten them all thus far. The Emperor's New Groove. Next I have Belle for the Disney Designer Collection. And here she is, full body. Here it is if we close it. Next I've got Rapunzel. We'll say like the 3 that I picked up at studios, I do understand why they sold out online, because these 3 are like my 3 favorites that they'll have done in this collection. I just love the way they did all of those. All right, next I've got this open edition Toy Story Land pen. I don't think I have a single pen for like general Toy Story Land, but I love Toy Story Land. It is one of my favorite parts of Hollywood Studios. Anytime I'm in that part of the park, I just feel like it's so magical. I love Toy Story. I have such a connection to Toy Story. So anything Toy Story, I'm gonna buy it. I love it. But I don't think I have like a general Toy Story Land pin. And so much magic happened there over the course of those 2.5 to 3 weeks. So I had to pick this one up. Next one I've got is this open edition Walt Disney World Mickey Balloon pen. I picked this up in the Disneyland version, so when I saw it for Disney World, I just had to grab it to have the little set. Here I picked up this second open edition Toy Story Land pen. This one's got like the blue kind of shimmery background, and it's got Woody, Buzz, and the aliens, and it has Slinky Dog Dash, so I feel like it kind of does like encapsulate all the attractions of Toy Story Land. This next one I've got is the open edition, or one of the open editions for the Halloween time this year at Disney, which same with like the Winnie the Pooh pens, because we were there at Halloween time and we went to the after hours party. I wanted to grab one of those. Moving on to Christmas, because I do think those are the only ones I have left. When I went with my mom and my grandma, we were there for Christmas time. So I did want to get a few of the Christmas pens just to show that they were there while it was decorated at Christmas, and saw some of the Christmas things. So the first one is this open edition of the wreath. They did a wreath last year, but I can't remember exactly what it looked like. I know it was a little different than this, but I do love the design of this wreath. Next I've got this 2-pin pack, which has Mickey and Minnie on it in this like black and white cartoon style drawing. And Minnie says, I think, make the season bright with Christmas lights. And then Mickey says, best Christmas wishes. And it's really cute. He's got a candy cane, and it's got like Christmas trees in the back. All right, and this is the last one, which I'm opening up. It is sold in a box, and it's kind of hard to see in the box. So this is a triple pin post, and it doesn't have any moving elements, but it does have 3D elements. Goofy and Donald are 3D, but it's basically like the castle with Christmas projections on it, and then it has the characters all doing like different tasks around the castle. Okay guys, so that is it for my Walt Disney World 2022 haul. This is a combination of the 2 trips I went on, like I said, just because they were so close. I think I was only home for 4 or 5 days between the 2, so there was honestly no time to film one for the first trip. I just went ahead and combined the 2, but I hope you really enjoyed this. With all that being said, I will see you guys in a future video. Bye!